from Eastern Hot Rodder, and we are at the C10 Nationals up in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. And this show, I haven't been up here in about 4 or 5 years. It has gotten huge compared to what it was. First one I want to show you is this one here. Check this truck out, man. This is, I like the orange accent that he put in the stripe there. Kind of accents that blue real nice. Nice clean LS swappable good. Nice he did the inner fender wells. Smooth firewall Willwood brakes. Good looking interior. Boy, this is a nice truck. The bed, contrasting color in the bed, and check out his fuel filler. That's pretty neat. Isn't that cool? Hidden in there? Yeah, this is a nice 68. Yeah, that's a great looking truck. They got like 50 trophies to hand out today. I would be pretty surprised. Look at the shifter in the seat. That's pretty neat. See it right there? This little thing sticking out.
I love it.
See the shifter?
The shiny black thing I'm falling through.
Yeah, man, that's a good looking truck. Yeah, let's check out this one. That looks like all nice original patina, not faked and forced. And nice clean firewall. Small block Chevy with air conditioning. Very cool. Good usable truck. Got a lot of style, got a lot of attitude. Got a lot of nice interior bits and pieces. Nice wood floor. That's pretty neat. That motor sits up pretty high. It must be more modern chassis. It's probably an S10 chassis. Well, that's a pretty truck. A nice combination of colors. Sits down nice, channeled nice and low. Still got a little bit of a usable bed. Gate still drops, so I bet you there's even more storage underneath there. Probably a nice hidden dry storage. Here at the Zeus push button fastener booth, and I just want to show you some of the options they have. They have black. They have these stainless steel ones. These were originally designed for boats and offshore boat racing and assault and stuff, so they'll handle anything. And these are going to be real good for a hot rod. What are the price of the stainless ones?
$240 for the pair.
Okay. And then these guys for this size?
$119.
$119 for the bigger ones, and then these were the ones that were $100 for the pair of them. That's a pretty good deal, and I'll show you the other colors they got. And look at this, guys. You got a gas filler. That's a nice little gas filler too, and it's all made in the USA. He's got all different ways you can kind of attach these. They replaced the old Zeus fasteners, so if you're sick of the quarter turn stuff, this is kind of the next upgrade for it. I like this. This is really cool stuff, and they can find you on
pushbuttonlatch.com.
Pushbuttonlatch.com. Very cool. Caught these guys just in time. They're about ready to scoot. These three guys all came in together. Take it easy. This little truck's got nice little door art. Somebody did a decent job with that. They weathered it pretty well. Good solid little truck to start with. A little bit of crunch in the quarter that was fixed. Trucks are a big thing now. They've been a big thing for a while, and they do well as patinaed out hot rods. They do well as complete, beautiful show trucks. It's got one heck of a chassis underneath it. All detailed nice in there. So that's a little rat roddy on the outside, as opposed to this one here. It's just dripping with clean. Still a very usable truck. The square bodies, it's amazing how much these have taken off in the last few years. But I can understand why. They got a good look to them. They're easy to work on. You can get parts for them easy. You have a lot of options for aftermarket. And engine bays that'll swallow everything up to a big old diesel with a pair of hair dryers on it. This one's got the LS swap. Check this one out, man. Tom Ram small block, pair of Hollies kick sideways. He's got some real skinny front runners on it. Roll cage is hidden in there really nice. We'll come around here and take a look at that. Some widened wheel tubs. You see where the battery would sit back there. I mean, I wonder if that's a cooler. Look how he's got that held in with the rods there. It's kind of a neat way to keep your bucket from moving all over. Ah, they must have trimmed it the Lexan glass. Probably had the cage that came through here originally. Let's see. Yep, they cut those down bars off and they had a crisscross cage in it. This was a pretty tough little truck. Probably an old drag truck turned into a street truck. Nice shifter on the pedestal in there. Big old RC car in the passenger seat. Electric water pump. That truck's patinaed to match the bicycle that he's carrying with him. It's like they were parked together at the same time. It's like a monochromatic rust paint theme. How about that? Transporter wheels. That's what Chevy transports their new SUVs with. And they're supposed to go back to the factory. But they sneak out on the market like this, and then people adapt those caps to them. Makes for a good look for a solid wheel.
Crab legs, 3 packs, chicken quarters, a whole thing of chicken wings and something else.
Must be getting around lunchtime. These guys are starting to talk food. So what's cool about this show, it's not just a car show. It's got a pretty good swap meet. They got some new parts vendors here. People selling some vintage and reproduction vintage signs, but there's also some good used parts vendors here. Just about every year I come up here, I find something I needed or didn't know I needed. This year I got some polish and cleaning supplies, and I got some other small parcels, screw bits and stuff like that. I didn't find anything for my cars, but there's a little bit of everything around here, even some bears. One of the things I like about these shows, truck shows in general, usually very patriotic, and I don't know if you can hear in the background, they're playing God Bless the USA. They just finished the national anthem. It is. He's got the little dirt bike, mini bike, the lifted up Scottsdale, and the lifted up Scottsdale go-kart to go with it. All painted the same. There's a nice Suburban. Another LS swap. Well, this would be a nice driver every single day. It's kind of too nice to be an every single day driver, but that's what I'd want to do with it. Nice roomy interior. These old 3 doors are pretty neat. All the room that you need for all your friends and family, and the plywood and everything. It's a good looking truck. Just enough modern conveniences. Nice looking hood, I like that. To be a good driver. and a beautiful paint job to make it a good show truck. Two-wheel drive Blazer. Those are cool. Got this nice little Impala, 62. Yeah, that's old. That's original paint car. Look at that. Yeah, that's cool. So the C10 Nationals in Maggie Valley, North Carolina, prove once and for all that it's hip to be square. This place is loaded with square bodies. There's some earlier ones as well, but most of the stuff I'm seeing here is square body stuff. If you asked me 25, 30 years ago if these square bodies would be worth anything, I would say hell no. Man, has that changed. They're worth a ton of money now. Listen to this guy thundering through. Sounds pretty tough. That's a nice one there too. Another LS. You know, I'm not seeing nearly as many big bucks as I used to. I guess I should probably hang on to all my old big buck stuff. This 72 is pretty wild. Turbocharged LS, tube chassis. And some nice chassis work in there. Look at that. Full tube chassis, big old turbo sitting up there. Nice cage work. Look how nice that is. Funny car style cage on both sides. Big old transmission tunnel, that's for sure. Those huge wheel tubs, nice narrow 9-inch, 4-link rear suspension. Battery shut off to the tailgate, big old fuel cell. I mean, this is, looks like it was originally orange too. At least the bed was. Man, that's a tough looking truck. This one moves up to the top of the list for what I think is cool at this show. Yeah, man. Let's see if we can find out who owns this thing.
He's got one.
There's a really cool story about this tailgate skin, and he won't say it again. So you can see the lightning holes that he's got in here. This is to reduce the wind drag that was purposely put in. Now he was this is an old tailgate that he got from an old farmer, and that's the old farmer's initials there. He used to load cattle up in the back of that truck that this tailgate came off of. He said he dug it out of about a foot of leaves. So he did his own chassis work, and he's been, you said 570s? Yeah, 570s with it, and it should go even quicker than that when he gets it all tuned. About 1,100 horsepower on race prep. What do you make it for horsepower on the street? About 600? Yeah. Yeah. What transmission you run? Power Glide. Yeah. Yep, Power Glide trans. Good old Power Glide. They're good and reliable, and they handle the power. Man, this is a cool truck. One of my favorite ones here. These guys' main tackle boxes look like old air towers. All sorts of parts. Small block intake. No bicycles are neat. There's a 63 or yeah, 63. Nice detailed aluminum head, big block in there. Autobrock air gap intake. Looks like might be a fuel injection setup. Yeah, it's one of those carburetor looking fuel injection setups. Air conditioning setup that's not quite hooked up yet. This is a nice little project truck. Sitting good. Right next to it, TPI small block and a little square body S10. These S10s are starting to go for crazy money too. The stuff that we thought was new like that is now 20 years old. So they're starting to catch the eye of young hot rodders and old hot rodders alike. Nicely hidden LS in there. Good white paint job. Nicely done suspension and sits good and nice wheels. Look at that. This one's $65,000 square body Chevy pickup truck, all smooth and lowered. Check out that red on this 55, 56 Chevy pickup. Man, that's a pretty candy apple red. I hope this camera picks it up as good as I can see it in real life. Painted that firewall and the air cleaners, valve covers, even the radiator painted to match. With a color that pretty, I'd paint everything that color too. Man. Check out that interior. Look at that. That's an awesome trophy he's got in the back too. Wow, this is a stunning truck. This is probably the prettiest truck here. 55 Chevy pickup that's my favorite body style of all the Chevys.
What only got in there?
It's got all the right plan. This thing glistens. Whew. Even the utility trucks are getting the airbag treatment. That one's old town truck or state truck. The name can't quite make it out the door anymore. Here's a nice looking Suburban with the transporter wheels. Last of the square bodies. Square body Chevy pickups ended in '87, and the Suburbans carried on for a few more years and went up to '91. Look at that. You get a sniper setup for $1,000. That's probably a heck of a deal right there. I'm still stuck on carburetors. The sniper setup would be nice to put on the T-Bird. So if you ever find yourself up in Maggie Valley for any of the shows, and there's always a bunch of shows up here. Surfboard Productions puts this one on. They put on a host of other ones as well. Plus they got, I believe, a Volkswagen show, and they do a Vares in the Valley, Corvair meet they do here. It's just a real pretty spot. We're in this little valley between these big, beautiful mountains around here. You can see the mountains go on forever. We're in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and there's a bald spot in the mountain right up there. And occasionally, and I don't know if we can see it right now, but occasionally you get mountain goats that come out on the trail. They come out and check out the show. One goat will say to the other goat, "Do you see any other cars down there?" And the other goat says, "Nah." Yeah, it's a bad dad joke, but you know what? I'm a dad, so it's okay. It's a nice old 71 to 72. Good stance on that one. Phytech injected small block Chevy. Tasteful pinstriping under the hood. Looks like a good, clean, original truck on the outside, other than the lowered stance and the wheels. That's that CST trim, all the extra stainless and stuff. That's a nice package that they put on those trucks back in the day. Lends itself well to two-toning too. You'll see a lot of them done that way. Let's check out this big Papas. Nice door art. The tri-power. Like the long shifter. Yeah, it's a good old retro looking truck. A good old classic style. And GMC, long bed. Big block. There's the build sheet and everything for that one. Oh, let's look at this one. Nice chop on it. It looks like it's been a proven truck for quite a while. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Even the stake slats on the back are cool. Yeah, it's a neat old truck. Speaking of the two-tone CST package, this little Cheyenne looks good in a two-tone green, dark green and a light green. Interesting color combination. I don't think there's very many made that way. Neat canvas looking dash pad. Coolest blazers ever made. That first gen where the whole roof came off. They did that. The first gen the roof came off all the way up. Early second gens, the square bodies got the roof that came off too. 73, I think 74 as well. Well, these guys are prone to rust. And there's not a whole heck of a lot of them around, and the ones that are around are big dollars now.